This is the seated deadlift. This is about my 6th attempt to make this video because I keep forgetting how tall the box is. So let's get this out of the way. The box is 18 inches, okay? Now, the seated deadlift is a great exercise to help build your deadlift. I like to use it in maybe 2 different scenarios. Scenario 1 is going to be for the person who tends to hike their hips up in the pull. So if they're here, they tend to hike the hips up first rather than actually pulling back. It's a great exercise to work on correcting that. The other scenario I like to use the exercise in is with individuals who are almost kind of past the beginning stages of deadlifting. So they're past kind of the trap bar, hex bar, and they're moving into this because it's going to teach you correct form from the get-go. But we go very light with it. And then we'll also, a lot of times, put blocks underneath the weights as well to help shorten that leverage point just a little bit. So, a couple key notes about the exercise. We talked about the box size being 18 inches. As far as the weight selection goes, right now, just for the purpose of the video, these are 25s, and quite honestly, like that's a good working weight. I mean, I could get quite a few sets of some good quality reps with that, but just from a ratio standpoint, to get an idea maybe where it is you want to start, I've deadlifted over 500. I'm not there right now. I'd say right now I'm about 430, 450 right now, kind of working my way back up into the 5s. But I'll work up to 185, 200, something like that. If I'm not feeling it, I'll maybe just drop down to like 135 or so just to get some good quality volume in. Because for me, my lower back tends to be a weak point. So kind of use that ratio, that perspective when you try to implement this exercise. Clearly, if you're stronger than me, you can probably go a lot heavier. So, couple notes. I usually coach this sumo style. I don't really ever do this conventionally. Now, maybe there's somebody out there who does, and cool, maybe I'm behind the times. I just hadn't seen that. I usually start sumo. So we'll start sumo, and I will always go pronated like this because we always pull like that. One hand under, one hand over. So this is another great opportunity just to go ahead and keep both hands pronated and develop some strength and work out some imbalances like that. So we'll engage the lats. We'll have the eyes up, head in neutral. We're going to pull. We're going to pause 1, 2, and then we'll explode up and slowly come back down. So again, we're tight. Pull up to the knees. 1, 2, come back up, and then all the way back down. Now, the first pull, when you pull up to the knees, make sure you pause there for a second or two. That's the purpose of the whole drill. So if you just blow past that, you're not getting the benefit of the exercise. So pause at that first pull at the knees for about 2 seconds, and then come all the way up. Like I said, I recommend keeping this light. Work your weaknesses, develop some strength through this, and it'll pay off in the long run. This is the seated box deadlift.